Everybody, my name is KOEG and thank you guys again for clicking another one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about how to level up most efficiently. Now, leveling up is such a daunting process for a lot of people because they're either time crunched or they just don't know how to do it, especially in Phantasy Star where there's seemingly a lot of things to do but not enough guidance. Hopefully this video will help you out. So let's just jump into it. So before we get into the guide, I would like you guys to do me a favor. Go to the support menu in the startup menu screen on whatever ship you are. Go to change player ID name. Once you go to change player ID name, you'll be able to choose a username that is a unique username across all of your characters. This is kind of like your gamer tag that you'll be using. I use KOEG, K-A-O-I-J-I, if you guys ever wanted to find me, instead of using any one of my several character names. You'll be able to search that name through the ARCS terminal and be able to add your friends and or me. Now, my guide isn't going to be telling you exactly what to do. From levels 1 through 40, basically, your first time going through, you're going to be going through your main missions, your daily missions, and your weekly missions. Afterwards, while you're doing those, you'll be talking to NPCs like Affin, the Daily Order Officer, Hans, as well as Coffee, who is right next to the quest counter clerk. Now, once you hit level 20, you'll be able to go ahead and go to the class Consultant to be able to choose your sub job. And once you've collected your sub job, there are a couple things to know about the system. So the first thing to know about the sub job system is that your sub job can only be leveled 20 levels below the current cap. For example, at the time of making this video, the North American open beta's level cap is only 75, which means that your sub job can only be leveled to 55. Now, it's still important to level up whatever your sub job is to whatever the current cap is, because you'll be able to gain advantage of its skill trees. Whenever you go to take an ability from your skill tree, you'll be able to gain certain abilities and or stats from this as well. So this transfers over to whatever main class you currently are using. So it's still very important to level up your classes to 75, but not only the skill tree, but because you also gain a title. Those titles will give you a class boost, which will then also increase your stats that much further. Now let's get back into the actual leveling portion of the guide. The most important NPCs that you'll be taking client orders from are Laver, Hans, Fina, and Franza. Now, the reason why Franza is important is because you'll be able to take her client orders and then give them to your auxiliary partner. Now, the reason why these auxiliary partners are so useful is because they can take on client orders for you that allow you to procure supplies. Once they procure these supplies, you'll be able to send them out on another search, which then allows you to then continue clearing these client orders in a sizable amount of time. So while you're working on other client orders, they'll be able to work on the ones for you, which makes it so they were able to manage your time the most efficiently. So another thing to keep in mind is that client orders are still a bulk of your experience, but you kind of want to do them efficiently. You can take them from any number of NPCs, but the most efficient way, in my opinion, is going into your menu after you've started a mission, going under client orders, and then go to orders that can be accepted in the fields of ongoing quests. That's a mouthful. Just saying, they need to condense that somehow. So once you do that, it'll bring up a series of client orders from any number of NPCs that you'll be able to complete. Once you complete these, it'll be really easy for you to go ahead and get these done while you're already on your mission. Now, another way to level up, especially up till 40 and even after, is urgent quest. Urgent quests are a series of quests that come up either at a random or a fixated time. The fixated times can be found on the official Phantasy Star website. So it's good to note that some urgent quests can only be cleared once. These are usually really good for drops, where the ones that can be cleared multiple times within the 30-minute time span are good for experience. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your urgent quest. Now there's one other place where you can level, and it's probably going to be the place where you spend the most of your time, and that's going to be in advanced quests. The reason why this is so important is because once you hit level 40 and 55 and above, you'll be able to come here, you'll gain the most amount of experience for the amount of time that you'll be spending. So the first things first is you're going to need the capsules that are appropriate for your mission. Once you hit level 40, the lucky thing is that you're going to gain 10A capsules, 10B capsules, and 10C capsules. So it's totally fine if you don't have max risk right away. You can either find one of your friends or you can grind it completely anew. What I mean by grinding completely anew is that as you're completing these missions, for example, if you're doing an A mission, you get B capsules. And if you're doing a B mission, you're getting C capsules. Now there is a way to get D, E, and F capsules without having to spend Meseta. Now on the second floor of the shopping area, there's an NPC by the name of the Osirite Shop. When selecting the miscellaneous tab, you'll be able to trade your A, B, and C's into D, E's, and F's. Now the conversion rate for these are 10 A, B, or C's into 1 D, E, or Fs. Now, that's a little bit of grinding, but it'll definitely save you Meseta in the long run. Now, the objective of Advanced Quest is definitely to continue farming PSE bursts. So the reason PSE bursts are so important is because not only do you wind up getting a series of buffs, you also wind up having the ability to have an almost endless stream of enemies that spawn in a very tight area. So if you have the ability, back yourself into a corner and limit the amount of places the enemies can spawn. So not only is this a really good way for experience, this is a really good way to farm for drops as well. Advanced quests are just really good overall. Also, keep in mind that photon boosters may be useful in the future, so you may not want to spend them all right away. So while I go to gather, thank you so very much for your time, and I hope this video helped you. A couple things I just want to mention is that recently we hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and that means a hell of a lot to me. So thank you so very much. I usually stream on twitch.tv/Mark, and YouTube is a new endeavor. You guys have been enjoying my opinions and hopefully maybe my guides. So if these do help you, I'm glad. Seriously, thank you. But with that being said, I'm gonna end the video out here. So stay awesome, stay beautiful, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.